પ્રણામ દર્શક મિત્રો, હું સુધીર શાંતિલાલ રાવલ વી ટીવીમાં આપનું સ્વાગત છે. આજે વ્યક્તિ વિશેષ તરીકે ઓફ ધ રેકોર્ડ વાતચીત કરવા માટે આપણી વચ્ચે એક એવા મહેમાન છે કે જેઓ કેન્દ્ર સરકારમાં ખૂબ અનુભવી નાણામંત્રી અને ગૃહમંત્રી તરીકે રહેલા છે. દેશના એક પ્રખર અર્થશાસ્ત્રી છે. પી ચિદમ્બરમજી આપણી વચ્ચે છે. એમનું સ્વાગત કરીએ. ચિદમ્બરમજી, you are most welcome in our VTV studio. We welcome you wholeheartedly. Sir, perhaps this is the first time in election history of India there is a tremendous turbulence on political front as well as economic front. What do you say?
See, elections are usually fought on many issues.
Right.
It's not fought on one issue. But today, the focus is on Gujarat because the leaders of the BJP are touting the Gujarat model. They
Right.
say Gujarat model.
Right.
But we know that this model has mixed results. And the style of governance that may have been in Gujarat, which is now imported to Delhi, is not good for the country.
Okay.
You cannot have a style of governance where all power is concentrated in the hands of one person.
Correct.
The economy is weak today. For 6 quarters, economic growth has been on the decline. There's a lot of angst and anger among young people because there are no jobs. Private investment is virtually absent today. Credit growth is negative to industry. And there is a lot of social unrest. There's a lot of division among society. Therefore, all this has created a situation where a state election like in Gujarat or Himachal or the one that will come up a few months later in Karnataka is no longer an ordinary event. It has become a major event in the calendar, which is why the Gujarat election has become very, very important and is being watched all over the world.
Sir, but there are two strong opinions there in favor of demonetization and I think we can say improper implementation of GST. At the same time, people are there who supports these actions of the central government. Why it is so?
I have not come across anyone who supports demonetization except government ministers and government officers. They are obliged to support. See, it's not a question of A supporting or B opposing. You must look at the objective factors on the ground. The Prime Minister said on November 8, demonetization is 3 objectives. 1, to put an end to black money. 2, to put an end to corruption. And 3, to put an end to fake currency. Has any one of those objectives been achieved? Now, fake currency, Mumbai, Bengaluru, Delhi, even in Kashmir, we've now got fake 2,000 rupee notes. Corruption. The first case of corruption after the new 2,000 rupee note was introduced was in Kandla Port Trust. 124 new 2,000 rupee notes were seized from the hands of 2 engineers of the Kandla Port Trust, which they had accepted as bribes. And today, are you suggesting that bribe giving and bribe taking has stopped? Go to any government office, you will know that work will not be done unless you give money. And third, black money. In Tamil Nadu, there was a by-election. The election commission countermanded it. Why? Because 89 crore rupees was distributed to the voters. Now, is that black money or white money? Just wait for the money to be spent in Gujarat election. The money that will be spent in Gujarat election, will it be white money or black money? Therefore, to say that demonetization will put an end to black money, put an end to corruption, put an end to fake currency, these are objectives, are good objectives, but they will never be achieved through demonetization.
You mean to say that no motive is achieved what was meant for, and they have not achieved at all?
This is not the weapon.
This is not the weapon.
Demonetization is not the weapon to fight corruption or black money, which is why demonetization is a total failure.
Sir, we are talking about black money. Everywhere we listen to black money. And yes, all cash are not black money and all black monies are not in cash. But in a very layman language, can you explain how this black money rotates in our economy?
I'll explain. You see, in India, there are large number of people who have income which is not taxable. It is not subject to income tax.
Correct.
Farm income, agricultural income, income of charities, income of religious organizations, income of people who are scheduled tribes, income of people who live in the northeastern states, Meghalaya,
Correct.
Manipur. That is not taxable. Now let's take a farmer. A farmer has sold his crop. He has made, say, 50,000 rupees. He has to write a will or a partition deed. He takes 5,000 rupees, goes to a lawyer and says, please write a will or a partition deed. The lawyer says, my fee is 5,000. He says, all right. So he writes a deed. The farmer pays 5,000 to the lawyer. The farmer's money is white money.
Exactly.
He gives it to the lawyer. The lawyer does not show it in his account. He does not enter it. He does not give a receipt.
Okay.
So it becomes black money.
Exactly.
Then the lawyer takes his family that evening, same day, to a restaurant to have dinner. They have dinner. The bill comes for 5,000 rupees. The lawyer takes this very 5,000 rupees and gives it to the restaurant owner and pays the bill. The restaurant owner gives a receipt, gives a bill, enters it in his books of account, and he will pay tax at the end of the year. Now it has become again white money.
White money, yes.
So white money can become black money, can become white money, all in the matter of few hours.
Yes.
In fact, in any given day, if I've got a 500 rupee note in my pocket, that changes hands at least 5 times, 6 times a day. Any given day, it can be white or black. You can't say that this is white money, this is black money.
Sir, it's
it
very
will all
interesting you say
it will all depend upon in whose hands it is and whether he discloses his income.
So it's
Therefore, this whole argument about black money, white money simply does not understand the nature of India's economy.
So how can we judge that how many black money are
You
there
cannot.
in our economy?
You cannot.
So these figures are, I think, it's not reliable at all.
Complete rubbish. I'll tell you. Suppose this year the crop is very good. Wheat crop is good, paddy crop is good, sugar cane is good, cotton is good, prices are good. The farmer makes, say, all the farmers of India make this time 25% more money than last year. So their income has gone up. Is all that black money? All that is white money.
So, sir, in that case, actually, can we consider that these also can be one of the important points for shadow economy, what we are talking about?
Shadow economy is
One of the important points, what I mean.
I agree. If taxable income escapes tax, that is shadow economy. If a lawyer makes, say, 1 lakh a year, but he only discloses a lower amount, the rest is untaxed income that is escape tax. But there are large number of people who don't show their entire income. So to that extent, it is non-taxable because the department is not able to tax that income. But the same money, when it goes into the hands of another person, and if he offers it to tax, it becomes taxable. Therefore, this whole theory about white money and black money is all very good for political speeches. But in a country where legitimate non-taxable income and legitimate taxable income sit side by side, you can never say which is black money, which is white money.
So what are the parameters that our finance minister says that now after demonetization, actually they have been able to control shadow economy, parallel economy? I don't.
These are all theories.
Okay.
What have you been able to control? Let him come and sit here for 25 days in Gujarat.
Okay.
Beginning today, ending December 15th. you will find so much money in circulation here, which is in cash, which obviously no tax was paid on that. So he will get the idea of how much money is in circulation.
We are facing a problem of unemployment also. And nowadays, what I said earlier, this turbulence in political, economical front, we are talking about demonetization and bad implementation of GST. And that is why we are facing the challenge of unemployment. So how it is possible that within 1 year that problem has come actually?
No, the problem is there. There has always been unemployment in this country. But a large number of jobs were being created. See, where are the jobs created? Jobs in this country are created in the small and medium industry sector.
Exactly.
90% of all jobs, non-farm jobs, agricultural jobs are one thing, non-agricultural jobs, 90% is in the small and medium enterprises.
90%.
90. In fact, the SMEs are very important. 50% of all goods exported out of India come out of the SME sector. Now, what has happened in the last year and a half is the SME sector has been virtually destroyed, which is why no new jobs are created. Unless the SME sector is thriving, vibrant, functioning, no new jobs will be created. Please understand, India is peculiar. You have to create jobs for postgraduates, graduates, for children who have completed only class 12, for children who have completed only class 10, for children who have completed only class 8. You have to create skilled jobs and unskilled jobs. Now the big factories will not create these jobs. Government does not have these jobs.
So this has happened in this 1 year only?
Because the SME sector has been completely devastated. No credit, demonetization and flawed GST. One after another, the SME sector has been crippled in this country, which is why SME sector is not able to create jobs.
More point is there is in mind. I have got some figures also. 9 years back, UPA government announced rupees 65,000 crores for debt farmers. Thereafter, similar announcement have been made by 5 governments, state government, at least 4 state governments, and more 4 state governments are under tremendous pressure. Figures are, Akhilesh Yadav's UP government 1,650 crore, Uttar Pradesh 36,359 crore, Tamil Nadu 5,780 crore, Telangana 17,000 crore. Sir, a new demand Maharashtra, Punjab and Gujarat, including Gujarat, is there for the same thing. Sir, my point is all political parties are governing economy this way. Being a prominent economist, not as a minister, finance minister at least, how do you look at this announcement?
You see, I don't agree with economists who say loans should not be waived. I don't agree with them at all. That's a very elitist point of view. Why are you giving concessions on excise duty? In this state of Gujarat, the nano factory alone got several thousand rupees concession. The numbers are some 20,000 crore, 30,000 crore concession has been given. So if you can give concession to industry, why can't you give concession to farmers? So I don't agree with that argument.
So concession can be given in this much amount also.
Question is, what are the circumstances under which you must give this concession? You see, in 2007-8, economy was doing very well. In fact, in independent India's history, the best year was 2007-8.
Yes.
Highest growth, lowest fiscal deficit, large reserves of foreign exchange, inflation was moderate, and we had surplus revenue. 2007-8 was clearly the best year in independent India. You can look at any number. And in that year, farmers had suffered drought in the previous year. There were floods in parts of India. Debt had accumulated. We had tried 1 or 2 other measures. We started giving agricultural loan at 7%. Then we started subsidizing that by a further 3%, reducing agricultural loan to 4%. But farmers' debt was building up. We could get the numbers from the cooperative societies, from the banks, from the NABARD, farmers' debt was building up. Therefore, we decided that one time, let's wipe out this farmers' debt and then let them start on a clean slate. So the decision of 2007-8 and the announcement that we made in the budget of 2008, according to me, was a wise decision. In fact, it turned out to be doubly wise because in September that year, there was this international financial crisis. Of course, I did not know that such a crisis will come when I announced farm loan waiver. But thank God, because we had a farm loan waiver, when the international financial crisis hit the entire world and India, including India, at least agriculture in this country did not suffer. Because the farmers had gone back to producing more agricultural produce, and we had a very, very good crop that year and subsequent years.
We are trying to encourage digital economy also.
Yes.
Sir, let me tell you frankly, what is your opinion about digitally payment to political parties as far as donation is concerned? Compulsory digitally payment.
You see, I have no problem in requiring payment of a certain amount, anything above a certain amount by digital payment.
Okay.
But if you say a party worker or a poor man who gives 50 rupees to a party must give it by the digital mode, I oppose it. Then what will happen is only rich people will fund political parties. Poor people cannot fund political parties.
Right.
But poor people have as much stake in this country, as much stake in political parties as rich people. Small people must be able to make small contributions to political parties. Therefore, if you say any funding to a political party above, say, 5,000 rupees must be in digital, I have no problem. But if you say even 20 rupees must be given in digital, I oppose it.
Okay, right. Sir, one more important point is this direct tax code. You worked hard in your tenure. You even were ready to introduce in the parliament also, I think in 2013. Somehow you didn't introduce in parliament. Why? Why you could not introduce?
I'll tell you. See, the Income Tax Act is the most confusing act in India.
Okay.
I'm telling you as a lawyer. It is a fertile hunting ground for lawyers and chartered accountants.
Okay.
No ordinary man can understand the Income Tax Act. So many amendments. It is a 1961 Act. It was passed some 56 years ago. So it's time to amend it. Everybody agrees on that. I spent hours, many hours drafting the Direct Taxes Code.
Okay.
Many sections, or in fact most sections were dictated by me, drafted by me personally, sitting with the officers.
Okay.
Stenographer, you dictate it, then they will type it, you correct it. So we have a Direct Taxes Code. Mr. Pranab Mukherjee made some changes and published the paper for discussion.
Okay.
Then when I came back to the Finance Ministry, I took it up and then with some changes got it ready. But the BJP was unwilling to support it. Please remember, Dr. Manmohan Singh's government did not have a majority.
But you never introduced in the parliament.
No,
actually.
we could not have introduced it because it is a money
bill.
bill.
You were trying to take them into confidence before
it is a money bill. If you introduce it, and if it is defeated even at the introduction stage, the government has to resign.
Okay.
Because a direct taxes code will be a money bill. Therefore, we can't risk introducing it. We can't risk introducing it because they will defeat it even at the introduction.
So do you think that this new government will have the same approach, or
I
what
hope
will
so,
they do?
because the new government has not even touching the direct taxes code. In fact, the finance minister is on record saying direct taxes code is not our priority. And I oppose it. Direct taxes code must be India's priority. It is a progressive tax. Therefore, you must have a proper income tax law. If another government, a Congress government, comes to power in the center, one of the highest priorities will be to pass the direct taxes code.
I had an opportunity to sit 17 minutes with P.V. Narasimha Rao also, just as a journalist. Actually, he gave me the chance. One very interesting point is in my mind. I think I should ask you. You are a prominent economist as well as matured politician, well educated. You know the entire global situation also. So in 1991, when P.V. Narasimha Rao took over, so and he was Prime Minister and Dr. Manmohan Singh was Finance Minister. In that 5 years tenure, actually major reforms had taken place. So first first point, liberalization started from that 1991 only. And now as a PM, Mr. Narendra Modi is there and Finance Minister is Arun Jaitley. How do you differentiate the style of working, the vision, the efficiency in terms of economic affairs, and what is the difference between these two pairs?
Okay. See, I won't comment on the personal qualities of individuals.
Okay.
I don't do that. I'm looking as Prime Minister Narasimha Rao, Finance Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley.
Yes.
I'm looking only at their official role.
Yes, official version.
Narasimha Rao, Manmohan Singh had a clear concept of what is economic reform.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Mr. Modi and Mr. Jaitley do not have that concept. In Narasimha Rao and Manmohan Singh, you had a very seasoned administrator, Narasimha Rao, and a world-class economist, Dr. Manmohan Singh. So when a seasoned administrator and a world-class economist sit together, they have a clear picture what kind of a house should we build. You must have a concept. No? A concept, then you must have a plan, then you must bring brick and mortar and build the house. A clear idea of where are we going. Mr. Modi was Chief Minister for many, many years. He's never been in the center. He's never administered a federal country. I would not call him a seasoned administrator at the center. He may have been a seasoned administrator in Gujarat. I don't know. And Mr. Jaitley is not an economist. Therefore, my first point is, Mr. Modi and Mr. Jaitley do not have a concept of where India will be 5 years from today, where India will be 10 years from today. They don't have a concept. If you don't have that concept, what you do is everything is trial and error. So the difference between Rao-Singh combination and Modi-Jaitley combination is, the present combination does not have a vision, does not have a concept of what India's economy will be, what India's economy should be 5 years from today, 10 years from today, 15 years from today.
Sir, you are talking very serious, so it means trial and error, it will be at the nation's cost. Say it is very dangerous also.
It is a nation's cost. Demonetization has cost us almost 2 to 3 lakh crore. 1.15 lakh jobs, 15 lakh 40,000 jobs were lost between January and April, and subsequently in May and June another 4 lakh 20,000 jobs have been lost. Several small industries have closed down. The Mr. Modi, Mr. Jaitley combination does not have a firm grasp of economics and what India will be 5 years from today, 10 years from today, 15 years from today.
Ours is a democratic country. We are working in government at different level, different bureaucrats, different experts are consulting and everything is going on. But in that case, technically I want, how it is possible that PM can take decision without consulting anybody? Is it possible?
It's constitutionally wrong. The Indian Constitution visualizes a cabinet form of government. You must have a cabinet meeting, there must be a cabinet paper, and cabinet ministers must be allowed to express their view. But what happened on November 8th, everybody knows. On November 8th, the ministers were called. There was no cabinet paper. There was no paper on the table. They were called and they were told, you please wait here. I'm going to go on television and announce that demonetization, and all of you cannot go home. Your cell phones cannot be used now. Just wait here and watch television. He went and announced. I'm told, I don't know, I'm told only one minister asked him, Saab, have you considered the pros and cons? Have you taken into account the benefits and the cost? And I'm told the Prime Minister said, yes, everything has been taken care of.
Suppose you are offered to be in debate with directly with Mr. Arun Jaitley. So will you be ready?
Well, I'm debating every week through my column I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking at other fora. I have no problem debating with anyone. But I think
No, for serious discussion actually.
there should be a serious discussion.
Right,
There
right.
should be, for
I'm also
example,
asking in that
there should be a
point.
serious discussion on what is GST, world over what is GST. And look at the CEA's report. I think what they've implemented is a completely flawed GST. It is flawed in concept, in design, in structure, in the rate, in the implementation, in compliance. Whoever told them that everybody must file 3 returns a month in every state, if you are functioning only in Gujarat, you must file 3 into 12, 36 plus 1 annual return, 37 returns. If you're functioning in Gujarat and Maharashtra, you must file 74 returns. If you're filing in all the 30 states, you must file 1,000 returns. Whoever gave them this idea?
This is not the way to implement GST properly,
Well,
you mean to say.
that is the compliance requirement in the law.
Oh, thank you very much, Chidambaram ji, for talking with me and coming in BTV studio.
you.
And our best wishes are always with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. આ હતા પી ચિદમ્બરમજી. આવતા સપ્તાહે ફરી મળીશું એક નવા મહેમાન સાથે. ત્યાં સુધી મને રજા આપશો ને આપ જોતા રહો VTV.